All right, so in 3.6, we're going to be learning about operations with matrices. So just a reminder, our operations would be like multiply, subtract, add, divide. Just to give you a heads up, in the video, I do go a little bit fast, so if it helps you, look at the question, maybe pause it, try to work it out yourself, and then play the video and see if you did it correct. So watch a couple slides and examples, and then I would go back through and make sure you know how to do it on your own without just following along in the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. But remember, you can always pause and play the video at whatever point you need to. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers. You usually display the array within brackets. So those are the brackets that they have here. The dimensions of a matrix are the numbers of rows and columns in the array. So think about rows as like in the movie theater, you go down the rows. So here we would have 2 rows and 3 columns. So it always goes rows by columns. So there's 2 rows here and 3 columns. So this would be a 2 by 3 matrix. So we can perform different operations with matrices. So matrices is just the plural of matrix. Matrices can be added or subtracted if and only if they have the same dimensions. So if you had a 2 by 3 plus a 2 by 3, you could add these. But if you had a matrix that was like a 3 by 1 and a 2 by 2, you would not be able to add these together. So they have to have the same dimensions. Got to be the same size. So you can add them and subtract them. So in adding matrices, we add the numbers that are in the same position in each box. So the upper right-hand corner or upper left-hand corner gets added to the upper left-hand corner. So here, I'm just going to rewrite the 2 matrices down. So this would be 16, 2, -9, and 8. And we're adding it to B, which is -4, -3, -1, -7. So the upper left-hand corner gets added with the upper left-hand corner. So this would be 16 minus 4. And it's -4 because it's a -4. So it'd be like 16 plus -4. Or 16 minus 4. And then we can add the upper right-hand corner with the upper right-hand corner. So this would be 2 minus 1. Then we move down below. So the lower left hand. This would be -9 minus 3. And then lastly, we have the lower right hand. So 8 minus 7. So then we just do all of these 4 operations that we have here. This would be 16 minus 4, which is 12. 2 minus 1, which is 1. -9 minus 3. Remember, if you have 2 negative numbers here, then you add the numbers together and it stays negative. So this would be -12. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So this would be our answer. So you're just adding the 2 boxes together. In the next example, we're subtracting. So it says B minus C. So B is -4, -1, -3, -7, minus C, which is 8, 6. Remember, if we are adding or subtracting matrices, they have to be the same size. So this would be a 2 by 2 matrix. And the second one would be, we have 2 rows and 1 column, so 2 by 1. These are not the same size, so we can't add them. So I think in the homework it says that you leave your answer as undefined. Can't add them. All right, and then next one, we have B minus A. So just make sure you write the B first and then the A. So this is -4, -3, -1, -7, and minus matrix A, which is 16, 2, -9, and 8. So we're subtracting. So again, you have to keep the same position when subtracting. So upper left-hand corner gets subtracted to the upper left-hand corner. So negative 4 minus 16. Next, we have upper right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner. Negative 1 minus 2. Then we have lower left-hand corner, lower left-hand corner. This would be negative 3 minus negative 9. And then lastly, we have lower right-hand corner, lower right-hand corner. So that is negative 7 minus 8. So you're just doing whatever operation it tells you to. And then we just got to combine them all together. So negative 4 minus 16 would be negative 20. Negative 1 minus 2 would be negative 3. This becomes a plus here. Remember, if you have minus and negative, make it a plus sign. So negative 3 plus 9 would be 6, positive 6, because the 9 is bigger and 9 is positive. And then negative 7 minus 8, they're both negative, so you add the numbers together. So this would be negative 15. This is our answer. All right, next one, we're adding them together. First, we have to check, are they the same size? Yep, we have a 2 by 3, so 2 rows, 3 columns, and 2 by 3, 2 rows, 3 columns. So we can add them together. So negative 9 plus negative 4. Then we would have 8 plus negative 3. And notice how when I add them, they stay in the same position. So upper right-hand corner goes in the upper right-hand corner. So this is 3 plus 6. Lower left-hand corner goes in the lower left-hand corner. So negative 2 plus negative 9. Then lower middle would be 4 plus negative 5. And then lastly, lower right-hand corner, so negative 7 plus 18. And we just combine them all together. So negative 9 minus 4 would be negative 13. Then we have 8 minus 3. So this would be 5. 3 plus 6 is 9. Negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11. And 4 minus negative 5 is negative 1. Negative 7 plus 18 is 11. In the next one, we have a 3 row, because 1, 2, 3 rows, 2 columns, so 3 by 2, and then a 2 row, 4 columns. So these are not the same size, so they cannot be subtracted. So this would be undefined. Next, we're going to be multiplying our matrices by a scalar. So this number outside, whatever we're multiplying, gets distributed to every single number inside. So it's like 3 times 4, or negative 3 times 4, negative 3 times 1, negative 3 times 7, negative 3 times negative 2. So it gets multiplied to everything on the inside. So here it asks us to find 5r. So we're multiplying everything here by 5. So this would be negative 12 times 5. 5 times negative 12, 5 times 8, 5 times 6, 5 times negative 16, 5 times 4, and 5 times 19. So we just have to multiply them all together. So 5 times negative 12 is negative 60. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times negative 16 is negative 80. 5 times 4 is 20. And 5 times 19 is 95. So this would be our answer. So when you're multiplying, just multiply that number outside to every single thing inside your box. All right, last one. Here we have multiplication and subtraction going on. So first, just like PEMDAS, we have to do the multiplications first. So I'm going to multiply it's 3a, so I'm going to multiply a times 3 and b times negative 4. So I'm going to multiply negative 4b first, just because that's what's written first. So I'm going to write it first over here. So I'm doing this one first. So this is negative 4 times negative 4, negative 4 times negative 8, negative 4 times 2, and negative 4 times negative 3. So this is 16. Negative 4 times negative 8 would be positive 32. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And negative 4 times 3 is negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. Remember, negative times negative gives you negative. Now let's do the same thing here. So now we're going to multiply 3 times our matrix A. So I'm going to do it in a different color just so we can see. So this is going to be 3 times negative 9, 3 times 12, 3 times 2, and 3 times negative 6. So when I multiply these together, I get 3 times negative 9 would be negative 27. 3 times 12 is 36. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. Now it asks me to subtract them. So I have to subtract these two. So first you do multiplication, just like PEMDAS. You have to do multiplication before, then you can subtract. So now I'm going to subtract my two matrices. So remember, upper left-hand corner gets subtracted with upper left-hand corner. So this is 16 minus negative 27. Then I have 32 minus 36. Next is negative 8 minus 6. And then lastly, we have 12 minus negative 18. So notice how there's a lot of math going on, but no math that we don't know how to do. All we're doing is multiplying and adding, but it's just a lot of adding. So just be careful with each step, because if you mess up a sign here or there, a number in your problem is going to be wrong. So just be careful when adding. So 16 minus negative 27, this becomes a big plus sign. So 16 plus 27 would be 43. Next, we have 32 minus 36. This would be negative 4. Then we have negative 8 minus 6, which is negative 14. And lastly, we have 12 minus negative 18. So this becomes a big plus sign. So 12 plus 18 would be 40. So this is our answer.